I think Jabari wins the lottery if OKC takes him. I think he's super competitive, really gives a shit. He has Giddey in his life for the next 10 years. Like just that alone, not to mention the SGA piece, that would be a nice fit.
Really quick, before I begin, if you guys can smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, this seriously makes a huge difference to my videos and lets YouTube know to recommend this video to a brand new audience. So thank you so much for doing that, and let's begin.
OKC at number 2. They just needed to get in the top 3 and get one of these guys. Somebody with size is perfect. I think any of them they would have liked. Let's say Chet goes first. I think Jabari wins the lottery if OKC takes him. I think that's the single best fit of any guy with any of these 3 teams, where you get to play with he has Giddey in his life for the next 10 years. Like just that alone, not to mention the SGA piece, but ultimately that's the kind of team I want to see him go to. Like good guards. I think he's super competitive. I think those other guys they have, I think Giddey and SGA and Dort, like those are 3 guys who could be in a playoff series, and I think Jabari, from what I've seen of him and from what the word on the street is with him, like just really competitive, work ethic, really gives a shit. So that would be a nice fit. But here, we should talk about Presti for 1 second. He will zag, right? Like when he took Westbrook, he took him 4th. People were surprised by that. Harden that year, like he put some real thought into why Harden was the right pick, even like from his personality. Like you have to be the 3rd guy with these other 2 guys I have. What's your personality? Just over the years, I do feel like he thinks a little outside the box. So that's why I'm not prepared to. He might just look at it and be like, "Wow, Paolo's available. I think that guy's gonna be a superstar," and that might like check his box. I think it's so hard to predict, and they'll keep it really close to the vest too. Nobody ever knows what they're doing. Nobody, pretty secretive. KOC, Paolo or Jabari for OKC? How Presti thinks and the team they have already.
In a vacuum, I like Banchero more as a prospect. For OKC specifically, I like Jabari Smith more because of the shooting, defensive versatility, the fit next to Giddey and SGA. That's a pretty exciting trio, young trio to build with.
I agree with that.
You guys have all brought up really good points because the Giddey dynamic, if Shea is there, you're like, okay, do I want another ball-initiating player? I'm of the belief, like, I want as many guys that can initiate their own offense as they can now. Like that's what I love. I love team, but that also can be the worst way to build your team, especially when it's younger, because guys are like, I'm not sure how to take turns, and taking the ball out of Giddey's hands and then Shea on the drive. So it would have to be me trusting that even with this group, Paolo can kind of figure out how to fit in when he needs to, but Jabari would be the easier one early on. So I'll say Jabari. And you see him pull up. It's this jumper that you can't believe a kid his age has in his bag. Like it's this pull-up jumper that's perfection of this chiseled body. And, with more spacing in the league and him being set up in better situations, because he just will be, because he'll be so much better than what he went through in college.
Is OKC the team most likely to not take Smith, Banchero, or Holmgren of the top 3 teams?
Oh, you mean like the random Scotty Barnes going over Suggs moment, but we have in the top 3?
Like Sharp or Ivy, that type of thing.
I don't believe enough in either one of those guys. Like Ivy, I just don't see it. I feel like Jabari, you were talking about like his fit. Can you imagine like running pick and roll on one side and like Giddey throwing those like cross court skip passes to Jabari? A, shooting it off the catch. B, one dribble. He'll just make a living, man. It would be paradise for him.
I really like that guy, and I want him to go to the right team.